At airports, prisons and throughout our communities, a small squad of dedicated dog handlers work around the clock fighting crime, saving lives and combating the work of some of the country's most dangerous and notorious criminals. On the front line protecting our streets, prisons, mountains and borders is the Dog Patrol team. Tonight, Maurice gets in, boots and all.
Yeah, we've got something here.
The police dog squad deal with an unsavoury individual wanting to make a splash at a Wellington address.
Have you seen what he's been doing out here? What are you doing? Put it away.
Hot on the trail of an arson gang.
A few arsonists working in the area. In fact, one house has been burnt down recently in the hut, so we treat these quite seriously.
And guns found at the prison gates.
It shouldn't be on prison property. That's could be quite dangerous.
At Waikeria prison near Te Awamutu, it's a constant battle for corrections staff to thwart the increasingly ingenious methods used to smuggle illegal contraband to inmates.
OK, at the moment we're just about to do a search of the property in the receiving office. One of the quickest ways of checking everything is to get the dog to run over the top of it before the staff actually do a physical search. It's quite an enjoyable area for Ted to work because he tends to get some good finds here. So hopefully today we'll see if there's anything there.
A favourite method is via post.
Generally cannabis. We have had the odd powder finds, methamphetamine. Generally any of the drugs that are popular out there. Just because it's prison doesn't mean that they're not popular in here. The dog's just towed me into here.
Ted's not fooled by the brown wrapping.
Good boy! Good lad! Oh, it's my boy! Good stuff. Well, obviously, I'd say there's definitely something in whatever's in there, in that bag. So, good boy. Bring. Oh, good lad. Good boy. OK, we've got a pair of almost look like hunting boots, tramping boots, whatever. First thing we'll check is inside the sole of the shoe. Obviously don't want to stick my hands in there. For one, there could be something sharp in there that could stab my hand, and also, if that's the case, someone's dirty, grotty old boot. It's not a good thing. OK, there doesn't appear to be anything down there. I can see right down to the toe. Virtually any area of the shoe can hide small amounts of methamphetamine or LSD or anything like that. There's such easy, small things to hide. Sometimes just the smell of a lot of glue in one boot and not in the other usually is a bit of a giveaway. And you've got to try and sometimes feel the difference between the two shoes. Yeah, we've got something here. Just by handling the two, it's very soft in here. The stitching looks intact too, so they've done a good job on it. Once again, you've just got to trust your dog. It might cost me a pair of boots to the boss, but I'd say this is a pretty sure thing that there's something in there that the prisoner shouldn't be allowed anyway. And the way the dog was going, I'd say it's drugs. Bingo. Got ourselves a wad of something at this stage. And judging by the look of it and the smell of it and the feel of it, it's very, very soft. It's wrapped in Glad wrap. Smells like cannabis oil. So there's quite a lot of cannabis oil there. Yeah, very, very good hit from the little fella, so very happy. And no, he doesn't get his shoes. These will be going to the police, and hopefully we'll be able to get someone on the hook for it. I'll just place that back in there, secure this all up, and send it off to the police.
Down in Wellington, it's the start of a busy week for police dog squad handler Jason and his canine companion Isla. These two have worked together for 3 years and in their time seen just about everything. Well, maybe.
This is a bit of a strange one. Man's phoned up. Reckons he's had a man outside his address for the last 10 minutes and believes that he has been masturbating on his car parked in the driveway. So we're just shooting along to that.
The unsavoury individual at the scene is not particularly agitated, but there is the risk that he may have a weapon, so Jason keeps Isla close at hand.
G'day, mate. What are you doing?
The man's severely intoxicated and has absolutely no reason to be at this address. His weapon is less lethal than a gun, but still needs to be holstered.
What are you doing? Put it away. Just stay there. Stay there, mate. Don't come out.
With the residents of the house too traumatised to venture out, Jason gets the neighbour to fill him in.
Hey. Okay, how long's he been here?
It's been about an hour.
An hour? And you don't know him?
No, I don't know.
Have you seen what he's been doing out here, mate?
No.
Okay.
Probably just as well. Backup arrives and promptly applies handcuffs in order to restrain the man's nighttime activities and attempt to question him.
Well, I was out at a party, bro, but these fellas have booted it.
Yeah, so what are you doing at this address?
Where the party's at, bro.
Well, there's not a party here, because we've been called by the person who lives here.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's not a party here.
Well, there's a party going on in there, bro.
No, there isn't.
Well, you better go suss it out.
The tenant's car is scanned for evidence of DNA. Fortunately for all, there is none.
Still wanking, bro.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Although the offender has further disgraced himself by urinating on the vehicle.
Don't walk into the dog.
The strange man and his unpleasant habits are walked to the car and taken off to the station. He later pleaded guilty to offensive behaviour and was fined $250.
He's totally comated. He doesn't know where he is. Apparently, according to the neighbour, he's been here for about an hour. And so he'll be charged accordingly and taken back to the station. So that is it.
Jason puts it all down to the job. As for dog Isla, for her it's all good experience, and she can put the offender's scent into her memory bank, in case there's a next time. Coming up, hot on the trail of a would-be arson gang.
Hey, fellas, stay there.
And busted at the prison gates.
You bought that in town? Yes. Yeah, where'd you get it from? Can't say that. You can't say that? That's fine, I'll get a hiding.
In Wellington, police dog handler Jason's night has already kicked off with a very weird incident involving an inebriated young partygoer. Jason's next stop, tracking a suspected would-be arsonist in Lower Hutt.
The sergeant's just found a small fire on the railway tracks, which in itself isn't a biggie, but there's been 1 or 2 arsonists that have been active in the Hutt in recent times, so we're just going to see if we can track them down.
While the fire is only the size of a campfire, whoever lit this could be aiming for a much bigger and brighter future. Isla's keen to start tracking. If the offender is carrying accelerants, the scent will act like a beacon. It takes just a twitch of Isla's snout and she's definitely hot on the trail. And in no time leads Jason to a house nearby.
Very small fire, but we've had a few arsonists working in the area. In fact, one house has been burnt down recently in the Hutt, so we treat these quite seriously.
20 minutes pass by, and just when the trail seems to be leading Jason and Isla in circles, from around a corner and out of nowhere, they bump into 3 suspicious-looking young men.
Come over here, stand there. LA Chester. No. Where have you guys come from?
Jason calls for backup. 3 young men out at this hour probably aren't going to church.
Just go and stand back there, mate. We'll get somebody to come and talk to you very shortly.
Both Jason and Isla strongly suspect these are the guys who lit the fire, but to link them to the trail, they need to establish a connection with this house.
Have you guys been in this property? No? Who?
The young men seem to think Jason was born yesterday, but let slip they know people who live in the house as backup arrives.
Tracked into this property over there. Can't get it. I've gone.
Jason leaves his colleague to try and gather some info on the boy's story, while he and Isla return to confirm the trail.
Started off, I thought we were backtracking these boys, but it looks like they are possibly or probably our offenders. And I've just done a big loop through around a couple of blocks and have headed back here.
Weighing only 29 kgs, Isla is small for a police dog, but this only adds to her speed and agility. She's also known for her quick and decisive tracking abilities, which helps Jason establish exactly where the boys have been.
That was a head scratcher. There may have been one more may have jumped back into this property over that fence. Would that be correct, fellas?
There's only us three walking.
Hey, well, I've tracked you guys and I've ended up back here.
The boys are gobsmacked, refusing to believe Isla could have tracked and linked them to the fire.
Dogs don't lie, they just follow their nose and go where it takes them. They're not like people. I'm tired of this now. But I stand up, come on. You're all under arrest.
We've held the offenders here. I've started backtracking them for quite a few streets and around. At some stage, the backtrack has melded into where they've come from and it's turned into a forward track, and we've ended back up at the start point, so it obviously was them. One of them has just admitted to lighting the fire, and another one has admitted going into that property.
Leaving the youths in the hands of the iCar police, Jason puts the fact these three would-be arsonists were stopped down to Isla's training and instinct. After a short ride in a police car, the youths were taken home to their parents.
There's a good track by the dog. She's very tired at the end of it, and she put a lot of effort into it, so I'm very pleased. Good result.
With 750 inmates, Christchurch Men's Prison is the South Island's largest correction facility.
How are you, sir?
Good, thanks.
Bit windy.
Yeah, I reckon.
With prisoners ranging from high, medium down to minimum, staff are constantly on the lookout for illegal contraband.
It's takeaway methadone.
Today, a number of prisoners are due to be released, so Corrections Officer Barry and his dog Ollie have planned a car park search.
Prison might have been inside there for about 2 or 3 years or 5 years or something, so it's quite common for the person who's coming to pick them up to just bring them out a little treat.
The number of previous fines give corrections staff even more reason to search both visitors and their cars.
Morning. I won't put the dog in the vehicle because we'll end up with wet paw prints in the vehicle. So we'll just run the dog over here, make sure she's got nothing on her, and the outside of the vehicle. Got nothing on you shouldn't have? Come see. She was nice and tidy. Outside of the car is nice and clean. So we'll just have a manual look inside it.
Ooh, ouch.
While the car checks out, it's a different story when they open the boot.
Well, she's claiming it's a lighter, some kind of gas device. Whose is this?
Mine. It's an old toy.
An old toy. Probably not an ideal toy to have hidden in the boot, eh?
No.
Especially when we see it.
Sorry. I only even thought that I lost it.
It shouldn't be on prison property. That's could be quite dangerous.
The officer cautions this young woman to think very carefully about what's in the boot.
Now you know what's happening. We're going to take this from you, but you will have the right to apply to the prison manager to get it back.
Oh no, by all means. I thought I lost that more than a year ago. How silly.
Waiting in the next car is the family pit bull. Dogs are another no-no on prison grounds.
You cannot have any animals on prison property.
Doesn't enable us to put the dog in the car. It could be a reason to have the dog in there because they could be concealing other stuff there, so they know that if I have the dog there, if the dog handler's there, they won't put the dog in, they'll just send me away. So it's a catch, you know, one of those catch situations. What do? Are you damned if you do and you're damned if you don't? So Angela's made the right decision and just sent him on his way, got him out of here.
On to the next car, and there's nothing innocent about the driver of this vehicle.
Just run the dog past you there.
While the man says he's got nothing on him, Ollie clearly disagrees.
Just pull your linings right out, mate, just like that.
Busted. The driver coolly hands over his stash, a large bag of cannabis.
Yep, you have the right to consult and instruct a lawyer in private and without delay. Yep. And you may do so without charge on the Police Legal Detention Assistance Scheme. Do you understand that? Obviously, because of the quantity, we are involved in the police. Contents in your pockets.
The man claims he has nothing else on him.
That's it. That's it. Okay.
But the officers have good reason to think there may be more stashed in the car.
Yeah, his mate's just handed over in about an ounce of cannabis, so he's gone in there. This is his vehicle, so we haven't searched the vehicle. Hey, can't put the dog in the vehicle. There's no point in putting the dog in the vehicle anyhow because he's got the shit. Just want to have a real good go over it. It's just cannabis leaf there. It's all through it.
The entire car is riddled with cannabis.
It's just everywhere. So there's no point in putting a dog in here because the cannabis is everywhere. It's just gonna confuse her and she'll be running around in circles. But hey, she's done her bit. All I'm really interested in is I just don't want to be missing the big picture, like if there was another 2 or 3 ounces in here, and I don't think there is, eh? I'm happy that the vehicle's clean enough, but we'll go and take him inside, we'll call the police, and he'll be detained. Seeing you're in the vehicle with your father, who is in possession of a narcotic, okay, we now have to determine whether you've got anything on you, okay? And seeing that we're doing that under Section 103 of the Corrections Act 2004, we're going to detain you for the purpose of a strip search by the police, okay? Well, you haven't got a choice, buddy. It's not a, do you want to, you know, you have to, okay? All right.
Whoever this pair we're coming to pick up will be looking to find his own way home.
8:56, I'm going to caution you, you have the right to refrain from making a statement and remain silent.
The man was fined $500 for possession of 29 grams, or almost an ounce of cannabis, and banned from visiting the prison for 12 months. Next, Maurice breaks out the ammo.
Bit of a worry when you see cars coming into prisons with 44 Magnum shells in them.
At Waikeria prison near Te Awamutu, Corrections Officer Maurice is searching visitors' cars for illegal drugs and firearms.
Hi, folks. Hi. How are you? Whereabouts you off to?
Up the top.
Up the top? Yeah. Just pull in there for me. I'm going to have a quick talk to you.
Yeah.
Yep. Is there any drugs, alcohol or weapons in the car?
As Maurice and Ted check the afternoon's visitors and their cars, they chance upon a couple of friendly women. Unfortunately, not all visitors are this welcoming.
Okay. Whose is this?
Mine.
Yours? Everything in here belongs to you?
Yeah, everything
cool.
belongs to me.
Okay, we'll just have a quick squiz.
For now, Ted waits patiently in the van. Maurice usually calls Ted when he suspects the presence of illegal drugs, but this time Maurice relies on his own sense of smell.
Tobacco.
It's a legal one, though. It's a legal one.
Tobacco.
It's a legal one, yeah.
Despite the fact that he's conducted thousands of searches during his time with corrections, Maurice is stumped when he finds something he can't quite identify.
What's this thing?
Oh, pregnancy test.
Oh, pregnancy test. Oh, I wouldn't know. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Oh, I'd say, yeah, it is. It's a pregnancy test.
Okay, well, that's cool.
But it just come back negative, so all good.
All good. Oh, it's been used. Yeah. You should have my gloves on.
I'm allowed to put perfume on?
You can put perfume on if you like. I don't mind. Don't worry me. Hey? You might worry him if he doesn't like it.
Oh, well, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it.
If he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. No, fair
Shit
enough.
happens, eh?
Yeah, sure does. Now, just going to have a quick squiz in the car.
But what's clearly sitting in the back seat of the car is way more disturbing than anything Maurice found in the woman's handbag.
Bloody hell.
The gun turns out to be a toy, but what's lying beside it isn't. These are real bullets.
Who owns the 44 Magnum?
Oh, my partner.
Your partner?
Yeah.
Pretty nasty looking rounds. What sort of firearm was it? Was it a rifle or was it a pistol?
Rifle, I think. 44 Winchester.
Where's the firearms now?
Gone.
Gone.
Yeah. I biffed them all.
You biffed them all?
Yeah. Because I didn't need them because of my kids.
Bit of a worry when you see cars coming into prisons with 44 Magnum shells in them, you know?
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. Well, I just drive my car.
Okay.
I've got to clean it out and, yeah, take out all this shit.
Ammunition is prohibited on prison grounds, so the bullets will be confiscated. As for the woman, Maurice doesn't consider her a threat.
Okay, I can't see you running around with a 44 Magnum. Okay?
No.
I'm not going to turn you off the site.
Okay.
All right? Because I don't think that you knew that they were there anyway. Because you would have got rid of them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, okay. So I've actually taken from you 2 44 round Magnums.
Yep.
Hollow nose.
Yep.
Tell you what, if they hit somebody, mate.
Yes, I know. I've heard them go off. No.
Not nice.
Not nice.
Not nice.
What are those bullets for?
Killing
animals.
You can virtually drop anything with those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empty cartridges.
Yep.
1303 shell.
Okay.
Round, okay?
For the safety of her family, Maurice urges the woman to make sure she doesn't have any more stray bullets kicking around.
So take it as a warning.
Yep.
Whatever's in your car is yours. But
Yep.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt today with those, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All I've done is I've just confiscated these items. These rounds are designed to open up when it hits. So they'd make an absolute mess of anything that they hit. Certainly don't want ammunition or firearms of that type anywhere near a prison.
This car was free of drugs, so Ted was kept on the leash. But as Maurice knows, there's always a next time.
See you later.
Bye.